Are black people the biggest white supremacists? This is a question I ask myself. Most people may not ask this question. Well, I wouldn't say most people, but people that don't follow black America may not ask this question. And I'm going to ask this question again. Are black people the biggest white supremacists? I think we are. We are the biggest white supremacists in America. We support so-called white supremacy than any than any white person I know. We call each other white supremacist words because we don't agree on another person's position. From coon to Uncle Tom to sellout to Sambo, Choco Boy, black as hell. We might even start to insult each other by talking about somebody else's hairline, a person's shoes, a person's pants. We might go low to that. So I answer this question by saying, yes, black people are the biggest white supremacists. We hate being black. Because if we didn't hate being black, then we wouldn't call each other Crispy, or Coon, or Uncle Tom, or Uncle Ruckus, or Sambo, or my favorite one, you look African. Like, being African is a bad thing. Because when you sit there and say you look African, that basically is saying that, hey, you don't like being black. You have never heard a European say, you look European. You have never heard an Asian tell another Asian that you look Asian and that your eyes are squeezed up. You have never heard a Latino tell another Latino, you look Latino. You have never heard an Indian tell another Indian, you look Indian, as insults. But why is it you look African when it comes down to black people? They want to sit there and talk about how white supremacy is ruining black America and how white supremacy is bad and how white people are racist and PTSD, which is post-traumatic slave disorder. They want to talk about all this. They'll say all this, but not knowing that the biggest white supremacists are actually us. We support white supremacy. We always want to talk about group economics and black economics. But 98% of us will get a job working at somebody else's neighborhood. But we're pro-black, right? We support group economics. We need to be having an entrepreneur mindset, which there's nothing wrong with that. But these pro-blacks would tell you that we need to have a entrepreneur mindset and how to practice group economics and talk about building, while they are the main ones not doing none of that. You have never heard any pro-black making any sort of production company for blacks, television company for blacks, a network, any sort of media or computer business or any sort of technology corporation for blacks. None of that. But they tell you that we need to start building. I find that to be hypocritical. That's why I say black people are the biggest white supremacists. They don't have to be. We don't have to be worried about being racist towards white people because we're racist towards ourselves. We sit around call each other the N-word, coons, Uncle Toms, Uncle Ruckuses, and you know the rest. People need to realize, especially black people need to realize, that you are your own worst enemy. You are the biggest white supremacist in America. Not the KKK, not the Aryan Brotherhood, or Aryan Nation, or the Nazis, or whatever. We are the biggest white supremacists, and we need to know that. We need to know that we are the biggest white supremacists. We support quote unquote white supremacy by mostly using white supremacist words that a white person would actually use to describe a black person. Or let me get this correct. A racist white person. That's all I have.